Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Simon Stapleton. Welcome to the group. Happy New Year to everyone. I was telling folks before we got started, I spent between Christmas and New Year's up in New York, where it's a lot colder than it is in Virginia, and met a fellow last night who'd just come back from Alaska, which of course it's even colder there. In fact, he said it was so cold up there in Alaska when he was there that he saw a lawyer with his hand in his own pocket. So, very cold in Alaska. So, just wanted to start out by saying we're not those kinds of attorneys. We're elder law attorneys, which I would imagine everyone in the room knows what an elder law attorney is. Yes? No? I do. Doris does. Very good. Basically, what an elder law attorney is someone who deals with aging issues, senior issues, whatever they may be, whether it's a will or a trust, a power of attorney, perhaps family disputes, as was mentioned this morning, elder abuse, someone's being abused in a nursing home, financial, legal issues, that whole range of issues. So within that wide range of issues, we as a firm focus in on pre-planning. As Steve mentioned, we try as far as possible for clients to avoid the fiscal cliff, if you will. By the way, everyone should have a handout. I know we put them on the table. The chairs at the back has a card, our cards attached, Ari's and myself, as well as some information on veterans benefits. If you don't have one of those handouts, you can also find a lot of good information on our website, which is elderlaw.va.com, and that address is on the business cards as well. So, who are we? What makes us different? Lawyers tend to talk about their resumes, how long they've been in practice. I've been an attorney now for 28 years. The last 10 years or so of that been doing estate planning and specifically focusing on elder law. But to my mind, that's not really what makes us different. We were having this conversation at dinner last night. I was asking my wife, who also works at the firm, we were just brainstorming what are some ideas about makes us different. And my daughter, who is 17, going on 30, she said to me, "Well, Dad, you brought cookies home the other day," and I kind of frowned. And she said, "Well, she's very smart." She said, "I don't know how many other lawyers get cookies from their clients for Christmas." And I think that's one of the great things about working in the area that we all work in senior care. Maybe it's not a surprise to you guys, but most lawyers don't get Christmas presents. Clients come up to me and hug me, and I hug them back, unless of course it's Walt. We draw the line there. But that's really that's really what to me is really great about what we do and what makes us different. We really take care of our clients, and they genuinely appreciate it, and so it's a joy to go to work every day. It really is. I don't consider it work. So let me give you an idea of our typical clients. Of course, everyone is unique and has their own needs. But let's call them John and Agnes Johnson. We've changed the names to protect the innocent. Thank you. So John and Agnes, they moved down here from New Jersey. They have a daughter here in Charlottesville. They wanted to be close to the grandchildren. John is 66 and Agnes is 64. He had, up in New Jersey, he had his own business. He had a plumbing business, and Agnes was a teacher until about 2 years ago when she retired. Now they live out at the lake, out at Lake Monticello. They have a home that's worth about $200,000, which is paid for, and they have other assets, savings, etc., of $400,000. So altogether, they have about $600,000 in assets. As I say, they're mid to late 60s, and John is also a veteran. That is a classic example of the type of client that we love to meet, that we can really help them. John, Agnes is, we do a lot of seminars, so Agnes saw my seminar in the newspaper, my seminar ad. They decided to attend the seminar because she's getting a little concerned about John. He's getting forgetful, he's misplacing things, and she's wondering, is this old age or they're young? I mean, they're actually a lot younger than many of our clients, but he's aging, and she's concerned that forgetfulness, is that normal? Is that Alzheimer's or dementia or something else that she should be concerned about as opposed to, quote, normal aging? So they come to our seminar and they hear about their asset protection trust. And as I mentioned earlier, just very briefly, when I say we focus on pre-planning, many times for someone in the type of situation that John and Agnes is in, we would set up a trust for them, what's called an asset protection trust. Not enough time to go into a great deal of detail about that today, but again, if you're interested, there's more information on our website. But basically, the idea of that trust is that their assets, the John and Agnes's assets, the home, their savings would be put into this trust. Because of the Medicaid rules, there's what we call a 5-year look-back period on that trust. So that's the pre-planning end of things. It's going to be 5 years before those assets in that trust are fully protected for them. So that's the reason, one of the big reasons why we do seminars, is to encourage folks to pre-plan, to take advantage of planning tools like that trust, for instance. So 5-year look-back period on that, so it's important for them to plan ahead. We would, after John and Agnes come to the seminar, we would meet with them, which I offer you and all your clients, customers, referrals. We offer a free consultation where we sit down for folks for an hour, go over their needs, what legal documents do they have in place now. John and Agnes have a will that was done about 20 years ago in New Jersey, so we're going to update that. We're going to do new financial, medical powers of attorney for them, an advanced medical directive. So we're going to get all their documents up to date. And because of the concern with John with possible future dementia, they decided to go with the Asset Protection Trust, which is going to protect their assets for them later on. Again, sure, I don't have to tell the people in this room. I mentioned earlier they probably have total assets of about $600,000. Let's say John had a 5-year stay in a nursing home, $80,000 a year. What's that? You can do the math on that. $400,000 if John spent 5 years in a nursing home, which is, it's quite possible that could happen if he's otherwise healthy. That's basically wiped out their savings. So then in that situation, what does Agnes live on? So this is why this type of planning is so critically important. As I mentioned also, John is a veteran, so I'm going to hand things over to Ari. He's got, in the couple of minutes that we have left, he's going to talk very briefly about veterans benefits and how we can help John as a veteran, and hopefully we'll have time for a couple of questions.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much out of time, but I want Ari to be able to talk for a minute, so we won't be able to take questions, but they can probably
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thanks.
I took too long, what a shock.
I'll just hold that rather than waste time clipping it on and now talking about it. In particular, the veterans benefit that we spend a lot of time with is a non-service connected type pension called aid and attendance. And aid and attendance benefit is a great way to help many of our clients who basically are having trouble making ends meet because their income isn't sufficient to cover their medical costs. So this particularly works here for John because he's over 65 years old. Even if he passed away and just Agnes needed some extra help this way, there's actually a widow's benefit again. And the sheet that we've handed out has a lot of the detail. There's the veteran had to have served during wartime, but it's only one day during wartime. And then the periods of what the VA counts as wartime are listed on the back of your sheet. And of course, I'm happy to talk to people in more detail about all the requirements for the benefit afterwards, or you can email me. Our cards are on are on your slip. But again, a veteran can get about an extra $1,700 for aid and attendance for help if their medical expenses are outstripping their income. A widow can get about an extra $1,000 a month, and these are actually about to go up by about 1.5% in the new year. So, yeah.